So, welcome to Unity of Orange County. We're so glad that you're with us today. We always like to begin with our vision and mission statement. So, our vision at Unity of Orange County is centered in divine love, we joyfully co create a world that works for all. And our mission statement is to awaken, inspire, and transform lives. We are not going to have our virtual fellowship today, but next Sunday we are going to have a town hall meeting via Zoom at 11 o'clock a.m. And this is going to be an opportunity for us to get together and tell you what's going on at the church and for you to ask questions. We will send out the link during the week. And if you have any questions about that, you can email me at minister@unityoforangecounty.org. This is an important meeting, so we hope you can all attend. Our team today is Tom is our audio, and John is video, and Bill is our pianist, and our prayer and daily word person today is Christopher.
Reading from the Daily Word, understanding. I open myself to spiritual understanding. When I feel frustrated by a personal or professional challenge, or feel unsafe or concerned about a situation or event, I seek greater understanding. When I try to understand, I open my heart, and maybe I just need to gather more information or request the advice of someone I trust. If I am in conflict with someone, I practice understanding by listening with a curious mind and loving heart. I grow in spiritual understanding when I discern and heed my inner guidance. Beyond conscious thought, spiritual truth begins to illuminate my consciousness. As I release all that stands in the way of understanding and stand firm in the love that calls it forth, I am guided by my growing spiritual understanding. And from Psalm 119, your decrees are righteous forever. Give me understanding that I may live. And now please prepare for a meditation. Sit comfortably and close your eyes. And take a couple of deep breaths. Now just breathe normally. And inhale the word peace. And exhale the words, be still. Inhale peace. And exhale, be still. And again, inhale peace. And exhale, be still. And do that a few more times on your own, please. And if your mind wanders, just bring it back to peace, be still. And again, if your mind is wandering, just bring it back to peace, be still. Now check your feet and make sure that they're relaxed. Relax your lower legs. Relax your upper legs and your hips. Relax your back and your stomach and your chest. Now relax your shoulders, your upper arms, lower arms, and hands. Relax your face and your ears and your hair and feel totally relaxed. And again, inhale peace and exhale be still. If your mind has wandered away, bring it back to the words, peace, be still. Double check your body and make sure that everything is relaxed. And stay focused on peace, be still. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Thank you.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you, Christopher, for that meditation. Thank you, Bill, for that beautiful music. And I have a confession to make. I have been infected with spring fever. I don't know if anybody else has, but it is full flung for me. Forget about the virus. I've got spring fever. It's the only fever I've got. And that's because all of a sudden it seems like the world has come alive and has awoken from this deep sleep. And I think for some of us, we are so involved with everything else that's going on that we haven't realized what has happened to the earth in the last few weeks. The earth has been renewed. And so we're going to talk about this renewal because the seasons of the year have a great effect on ourselves. Therese of Avila said, "Just as there are seasons in the world around us, so there are in our interior life. We cannot expect it to be otherwise." So spring is this fabulous season where we basically go into maximum overdrive. Not just us, but everything in the universe is in overdrive. And it reminds me of the psalm that says, "Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me." So spring is a time of renewal. It is a time when the earth is renewing and we get to renew. Firstly, it is a time of the renewal of beauty. I don't know how many of you have actually gone out of your houses. You know, this quarantine thing doesn't say we can't leave our houses. It says that we just can't be in contact with people. outside in the world, something amazing has happened that we don't get to see if we don't leave our house. Everything has gone crazy with color. The grass is so green, the trees are so full, the flowers are in such bloom, because I don't know about anywhere else in the country, but here in California, we have been blessed with rain. And it's unusual for us to have rain this time of year. So everything has bloomed. And the combination of the rain and the less pollution in the earth has created this amazing beauty. Now, I'm used to springs. I grew up in the Northeast. So growing up in the North, you have definite seasons of the year. And winter is cold, and it's gray. And there's no leaves. There's no flowers. There's no grass. When it's snow, it's beautiful. But when there's no snow, everything is just brown and gray. The sky is gray. And you want to go into quarantine because it is so, at least for me, I hated the wintertime, unless it was snowing. And then what would happen is spring would begin to come. And maybe you would see a robin and you'd see a little blade of grass coming up or some buds in some trees and a flower popping up its head. And then one day, all of a sudden, it would all come up in this credenza of a symphony of color, and it would be spring. Well, when you live in a warm climate, you often don't get that enormous burst of color, because we have color here in California all year, and in Florida we have it all year. So maybe we don't notice it as much. But the sky has been so blue. Why? Because we don't have all the pollution that we've been having. So there's this renewed beauty, and there's this renewal of beauty that should happen within us. You know, when we're stuck in our house, it's really easy, and I am guilty of this like everyone else, to not get out of your pajamas and not comb your hair and not take care of yourself, because who's going to see you? But the fact of the matter is that we see ourselves. And so it is time for us to break through this cocoon that we put ourselves in and allow the beauty that is in nature come forth within us. So there's a renewal of beauty. There's also a renewal of activity. Everywhere in nature, things are active. Flowers are coming forth, the leaves are coming on the trees, birds are singing, things are migrating from the north to the south. There's all this activity. And what has happened to us is we have gone the opposite way. We have stopped being active, and we have really become inactive. But the time is for us to give that up. We can't let the outside world influence how we are inside. It is time for us to be active in our own lives. There's a lot of things that we can do to be active. You know, there's an old saying that if you don't use something, you lose it. So if you've ever broken a bone, you know that when you don't use it, you lose it. And so you have to work with physical therapy and everything to get that going again. Well, if we stop using our brains, guess what? We lose our thinking. If we stop using our creative energies, we lose that creativity. So it doesn't matter what the outside world has put upon us as far as we can't do this or we can't go that. No one can stop us using our brains and our creativity. Something happens when we learn something new. We grow, and it's not easy learning something new. So I have been challenged because having the fact that church is no longer what church used to be, I've had to learn all these things about technology. And I've always kind of liked it, but I've kind of played on the edge of it. And now I've had to learn about Zoom and YouTube and web pages and Facebook and an app, building an app, and what that entails in an app, which we're going to introduce next week. And I have to tell you, there were days I wanted to quit. I was like, I can't do this. This is too difficult. What do they want me to do? I don't know what they want me to do. I'm just going to go back to bed, put on the TV. And something inside of me said, no, keep going. Because if we keep going and we push ourselves and we remain active, we find we learn all kinds of new things. So learn a new language, take up a new hobby, take up something that maybe you haven't done in a long time. So I used to love, when I was little, I used to love to color in coloring books. I wasn't very artistic, but I could color in coloring books. And then when I got to be an adult, I discovered mandalas. So mandalas are these intricate designs, and you get to color inside them. And some of them are really intricate. So I got myself this book of these mandalas and all these colored pens. And sometimes when I feel like I'm getting bored or I just don't know what I'm going to do with myself, I start coloring in this mandala. Amazing things happen. First of all, I get to decide what I want it to look like, what colors I want to use. I get to use a part of my brain that I don't always use. And it brings forth this little child in me that used to love to color. So whatever it is, find something that you used to like that maybe you don't do anymore, or find something new. Spring is also a time of renewal of energy. It is time, folks, to stop sitting in our house complaining that we can't get out of our house, and allow the energy of spring to infect us and for us to allow that energy to come forth. Nobody says you can't go out and walk. It's amazing when you walk outside. First of all, there aren't that many cars. So the air is really clean, the sky is blue, and what's really interesting is everybody is staying away from everybody. So you have the street to yourself. You walk down the street, and if you see somebody coming the other way, one of you is going to cross to the other side of the street. So it's kind of like you're out there by yourself, and you can appreciate the flowers and the trees and the birds and everything. Or go sit outside your front step. Just go out and move. Don't allow yourself to just sit there and let the energy inside you stagnate. The earth is creating all this energy now, and it wants that energy to come through to us. There is this energy which if we don't use that, we're going to lose it also. So another one of my favorite Bible quotes about this is from Psalm 104:30. You send forth your spirit, they are created, and you renew the face of the earth. The face of the earth is being recreated right now. You know, I believe that a lot of what is happening is Mother Nature or God or the universe or whatever you want to call it, taking care of itself. This week is Earth Day. It's a time for us normally to remember to care for the earth because we take advantage of it. And so we haven't been taking good care of the earth. So the earth decided to take good care of itself. So we've been driving big gas-guzzling cars. The earth decided to stop us from driving. We've been buying things and throwing things out like it was nothing, and the earth decided to stop that by not allowing us to just go wherever we want to go, buy whatever we want to buy, do whatever we want to do. We've been so busy running in our life and running here and running there that we forgot about connection with people. And so what has happened is we have stopped being able to run around. And instead what has happened is many people have discovered a deeper connection with others. We were talking about this earlier. Maybe we can't hug people and maybe we can't go to a friend's house, but all of a sudden we're connecting with people that maybe we haven't spoken to or seen for years. And that connection allows that energy that the earth is producing to come forth to us. So I was in a meeting, a Zoom meeting last week, 2 weeks ago, and it was from a meeting in Savannah. And I haven't lived in Savannah in 7 years. And I'm at this meeting, and there was someone that I really loved dearly, and she was sharing, and she was saying how great it was to see me. And she started crying, and I started crying, and even though we were miles apart, and this was all done electronically, the emotion was there, the heart was there, the love was there. None of that has to stop, because that is our energy coming through, whether it be in person or on a phone or on a computer screen. So when we have this renewal that we're having this spring of the beauty and the activity and the energy, what we have is renewed hope. And with that renewed hope, we have renewed joy. So stop being negative and realize this, that as we think, so it is. And use this time to renew yourself, to find ways to grow in mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, and to send out thoughts of peace and love and healing to the earth. Because if we all think thoughts like that, the earth that we're going to create is going to be so much better than the earth that we've had before. So take a moment to close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. And begin to feel this energy of spring coming forth from deep within you. It is this energy that is calling forth for you to become better, for you to see the beauty, to be grateful not for the things that you have or don't have, but for the things that of the earth. And allow that gratitude to allow you to take the time to stop and smell the roses. That energy is also going to bring forth activity. It is important that we stay active in any way that we can. Because if we are not moving forward, we are moving backwards. And allow that energy to come forth from you in a positive way, sending out positive thoughts, positive vibes to the planet and to everyone on the planet. No matter how things may look, I believe somehow this is all a divine plan to create a world for us that is better, more loving, kinder, more compassionate, and cleaner than the world that we had before this. And so let us give thanks. Not thanks for things as they are, but thanks for things as they will be as a result of what they are. And in gratitude and in love for all the spring is bringing us, we say thank you, God. And so it is. Amen. So here at Unity, we always like to go over each week our 5 basic principles so you can learn a little bit more about us and we can remind ourselves what it is that we truly believe. So our first principle is God is all good and active in everything, everywhere. And 2, that I am naturally good because God's divinity is in me and in everyone. And 3, I create my experiences by what I choose to think and what I feel and believe. And 4, through affirmative prayer and meditation, I connect with God and bring out the good in my life. And 5, I do and give my best by living the truth that I know. I make a difference. And we can make a difference. We can make a difference in the world, and we can make a difference in this church. So this is usually the time in our service when we pass a basket. But now, because we're doing everything virtually, I'd like to introduce you to a new way of passing the basket, and that is by giving your donations virtually. And you can do that by going on our website under the link that says donate, and you can give on the website, or you can give by texting it to us. So if you text the number 77977 and put in the message, Unity of OC Give, it will take you to a place where you can give your donation. So that's 77977, and then the message is Unity of OC Give. If you don't remember that, just go onto our website, find the button that says donate, and you can donate that way. So we are so glad that you have decided to choose to spend this time with us. We hope to see you next week, and we like to close with our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. And wherever we are, God is, and all is well. God bless you. Have a beautiful week, and thank you for joining us.